Will you please welcome Alexandra Burke? I'm not saying Nick wasn't attractive, but wow, what that's a treat there. He's right. How lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having
me. I guess it's been a year and a half.
Yes, it has.
Well, what an 18 months that's been for you, hasn't it?
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Out of this world, my goodness.
But you know, I guess you were always going to have a career in singing. I guess that just kind of gave it this huge push. I
don't know if I was going to always have a career in singing. I kind of thought, you know, I've always wanted to be a singer, always wanted to be in this business, but from about the age of 15, 16, I kind of thought, I think I'm going to be one of those people on earth that will never have that dream come true.
Really? So you thought, even though you knew you had that voice, you thought it wouldn't happen for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always wrong to expect that things are going to fall into your lap and that you're always going to have a career that you love. You have to work hard for it, and I worked really hard.
I know you were grafting, but you just think the opportunities weren't there, or you wouldn't have been able to break through unless you had
I just don't think I was the kind of person to be able to walk into a record label and be like, "Hi, can you sign me?"
And why not? Because you weren't confident, or?
Yeah, confidence was an issue, and you know, I never ever would be brave enough to do that. And one time I did, I got rejected. And you do, when one door closes, another door will open. But you know, you have to go through those obstacles to get to where you want to be, and it makes you learn. But yeah. This platform was amazing for me.
So what were you doing in terms of singing before X Factor?
Yes.
You were singing in clubs, in
yes,
bars? What
clubs, bars, bar mitzvahs, parties, everything.
You name it,
even funerals.
So would you sing at the bar mitzvahs? Would you do Jewish songs as well?
I would join in with the Jewish songs, but I wouldn't really. You know, when you just kind of blag your way through.
Yeah, yeah.
I blagged my way through a lot of things.
So you would do Havana Gila at the end of the evening?
Yes.
Havana Gila.
Yes, there you go. I just do the clapping. I go, yeah, and just smile.
So I guess you were used to performing, because when I look at the X Factor, and I think some of these kids in that, you know, they're performing and they've all performed locally and they performed in small gigs, but suddenly to be in a TV studio knowing it's live in front of several hundred people, and you've got, you know, the Prince of Darkness sitting there and the other two, you know, that must be pretty scary.
It's scary, full stop. And I think what's amazing is that the fact that while I was growing up, I always done a lot of live work, and that's what helped me with confidence and stuff. So by the time I auditioned for the X Factor the second time around 19, you know, it's still nerve-wracking, but I was able to get on that stage and sing.
Because the first time you went, were you 16 the first time?
Yes.
So there you are. That's you. I think that's you doing. Was that one of the boot camps?
That was the second time around, actually. That was at Cheryl's.
So you is that a Cheryl's camp thing? It's not Cheryl's house.
At her home.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're not their houses they go to then, even though they're on screen. They're meant to be their house, but not really. Okay.
Yes.
And Cheryl's lovely, isn't she?
Oh, she's lovely.
Okay. And you've become quite close with her, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah. We have, you know, a great relationship, and you know, she's really supportive about me, and as am I to her.
So because she talk about going through it recently. There she's dressed as a mermaid or something.
Oh, stop it.
And how is she at the moment? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's great. She's actually on the Black Eyed Peas tour right now, doing amazingly well.
I read in Heat magazine she took will.i.am back to see her mum.
I'm sure he's met her mum on tour or somewhere.
I think she's going to marry him.
You think she's going to marry him?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
I think he'd be a good man for her.
You think so?
Yeah.
Do you know will.i.am?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, fabulous. Fabulous.
Now, you're going to... I hope so. You've been invited to Simon Cowell's wedding. Do we know when that is, even?
I don't even know when it is. I haven't seen Simon in a couple of months as he's doing American Idol.
Oh, yeah, he goes off to do that?
Yes. But I will be seeing him in a couple of weeks when he's back to do Britain's Got Talent. But there's no invites out as yet.
No invites out.
I don't think anything's even planned yet.
And now you're signed to Cowell, of course, aren't you?
Yes.
You're signed to his label. And now how close a relationship do you have with him, and how much of a say does he have in what you do, how you look, what you sing?
He has a really big input in terms of what I sing and stuff. I think it's great that we have a great working relationship. He does include me in decisions, which I find amazing, and especially for an artist that is my first album. Yeah. You know, I'm learning everything every day, and you know, he does let me just make my own decisions. And if he's right and I'm wrong, then cool. But if I think I'm right, I think I'm right.
But if he said to you don't do something, say you wanted to have a tattoo or piercing or a gold tooth or something like that,
yes.
or you know, shave your hair off,
yes.
and he said, don't do it.
Like I don't have a tattoo.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I have 3.
But if he said no to you, would you still go ahead and do it?
Yeah, he said no. I've done it. 3 times.
Take that, Carol.
Take that.
Okay, so let's have a look at a clip here of
Yes.
you. I think the first one is the one where you win, where you're told you've won, okay? And I want you, because it's a huge moment in your life.
It is.
I guess,
Yeah,
and it's something you
it
work
was.
for. But at the same time, man, you really do. The emotion's right there at the
I'm
surface.
telling you.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
But do you look back on these? Have you looked back on the shows? I guess you have with family, haven't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's embarrassing. This moment for me right now on this sofa is going to be super embarrassing.
Why is that?
Just look at the way I reacted.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
fell on the floor.
Yeah. I
couldn't
thought maybe
talk.
it looks like you faint.
Yes, and look when Dermot says, "Look, if you can sing, you can talk."
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "You rude bugger." Oh God.
Well, you know, I can see why
Oh,
you are
God.
a bit embarrassed, but that's a lovely thing. It's such a
It
genuine
was
thing.
natural. I didn't know what. I didn't think I was going to win, and just when he called my name, I thought, right now is when the hard work begins, you know. And seeing, I haven't watched that in a while, so.
But
thank
do you
you.
cry like that? I mean, not maybe as much as that, but are you someone who cries easy? Do you
Yeah. I call myself an emotional wreck at times. Yes, I do cry a lot. I'm an emotional person. I like to show my emotions, and people that know me really well will know when I'm sad, know when I'm happy, and majority of the time, thank God, I'm really, really hyper.
So do you cry during movies? Do you cry during commercials? Ever? Adverts?
Yeah, movies, yeah. You put on like.
What about adverts though? Do you cry during adverts?
Nah, that's a waste of time. Waste of cheers.
Yeah, no, I cry in adverts. Like if there's a child and there's an old lady waiting at home and he brings her some bread or something.
Oh, that's nice. It's
You know,
sweet.
and you cry then?
Yes,
Yeah.
sweet.
Or when I hear Stephen Fry doing a voiceover, I think, why wasn't I offered that? Then I don't do it. How exciting was it for you? Because I'm sure you must have been a fan of her, to sing with Beyonce.
Oh my goodness.
Did you see on X Factor when Alexandra sang with Beyonce? That was incredible because I'm a fan of hers, but I didn't know how great her voice was.
She is amazing,
Yeah.
and you know she's a really good person to know, and I love the fact that she's been supportive to me and everything that's happened since I won the show, and she's great. I love her.
How long before you sang with her did you know this duet was going to happen?
Goodness, look at that picture.
How long did you? Well, yeah.
I'm like crying.
You're crying again.
Again.
How long before you did that? Did you know you did? Did you have time to rehearse together?
No, what had happened was JLS and Owen Quigg knew that they were going to sing with their artists already. It got to Friday night, midnight, Simon calls me and says, okay, tomorrow you're singing with Beyonce. I was like, now you tell me that I'm singing with Beyonce. And then the next day, we literally had 10 minutes to rehearse on stage.
Wow.
So thank God I knew the song, and I'd sung it 2 weeks before.
Basically, good. And you can say, you know, it must have been, I would have thought, you're fairly experienced by that stage and you know you're in with a good chance. But that must have been, did it make it harder or was it easier?
You know, at the end of the day, when you get to the final, you're fighting more.
Yeah.
But when you've only got 10 minutes to rehearse with your idol and all you do is cry, you kind of think, well, I've had it now. I'm not going to win. That's it. I've had it. But you're just grateful to get to that point in the show because it's hard to get to that point in the show.
This is a great moment. And you know her fairly well now, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, she's been really supportive. She always checks on me. I see her when she's on tour. And when I was recording in the studio with the album Overcome, she came, popped in, had a word, listened to some songs, and it was great.
And, you know, I can see... Tell her, what's going through your mind there? Because I think you can see some of the thought process, but what were you thinking?
Even now, I look at it, I haven't watched that moment in a while, and it actually makes me really emotional seeing it back. So that's just brought me right down to a calm.
But I can see you thinking, you're looking at thinking...
Yeah, I'm looking at her. You hear, if you watch the whole clip, you see I go, when she's singing, I go, woo! Because she just took my breath away. Her presence, everything about her was just really beautiful and something that, you know, I will remember forever. And I've learned a lot from her over the past 18 months.
But you guys are really belting it out there as well.
Oh, yeah, we're going for it.
Yeah, do you sing in the shower much at home?
Yes.
Yeah, I bet
all
you
the
do.
time.
So you don't ever tire of it?
No, I'm always singing, talking, you know, talking, singing, all the time.
At times you must be a nightmare.
Oh, right now, I think I might be right now.
Hey, when you're out and about, the people, they must all know you now, because X Factor is just about, you know, one of the biggest shows on TV. It's not like you're not on. Do you get a lot of fans?
Yeah.
A lot of people come and talk to you about this?
Yeah, I've been recognised a lot, which is really cool, and you know, it's so amazing to go out and know that people come up to you and they say, like even today when I was outside the Sony building, they said to me, some guy came up to me and said, I really support your music, you're amazing, thank you for making great music. I was like, whoa. Yeah.
Well, that was Simon Cowell trying to get back in the building. But no, it's great. You know what? I love seeing that show. I love seeing people come because you follow. I mean, when Leona won as well, I remember seeing it and seeing her working in that office in Hackney. You're thinking, here's someone who has this enormous talent and he's just waiting for the chance to show it to
just
people.
do it,
which is what that show gives you.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
and then to go on and be stars around the world, which is it's a wonderful thing. We produce so much talent in this country. To be given the chance to do that is a great thing.
Exactly.
You know, and that's why even though a lot of people knock the X Factor, they knock Simon Cowell. You know, I think it's a great thing they offer there.
High five.
Yeah, and I want to see Jedward at #1.
Yes, I agree. I love them.
You like the Jedward?
Yeah, we was discussing this, babe. I love them.
Well, there's an idea for you for a double date. You and Jedward.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah. You wouldn't fancy the Jedward for an evening?
I call them my bad boys, though, which is fun. Yeah. Every time I see them, I'm like, hey, bad boys.
Come on, you could maybe for their birthday.
No.
Congratulations on your sister. You've got a new single out now as well.
Yes.
You like going for the big videos, don't you?
I do.
There you are. What are you wearing there? That's just a piece of foil or something.
Yes. Why not?
Yeah, well, you've got the legs for it, but you don't want to go out just like that. And you want to mind out there's something on that couch.
Oh, God, yeah.
No, there's really. Hey, Alexandra, let's have a look. This is the new single. This is featuring Pitbull.
Pitbull, yes.
Who is Pitbull?
Pitbull is a rapper, and I think he's fabulous, and feel very honoured that he's on this track.
I haven't encountered Pitbull yet. It's not the nicest name for a rapper, is it?
Probably not. Maybe Woof Woof after would be great.
Okay, that's quite some part of you out there.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you join me? She's a star here, of course, but she's a star all over the world now, and I'm thrilled for you. I think you absolutely deserve it. Alexandra Burke, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, darling.
Well done.
Cheers.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I want to see your little dog later.
Yes.
Alexandra Burke.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alexandra.